Breaking news, guys. Ripple XRP CEO Brad Garlinghouse celebrates SEC approval. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, of the United States has granted approval to a number of exchange-traded funds at FTE there based on spot Bitcoin, which represents a significant achievement for the industry. The decision has been regarded as a huge step towards the legitimization of cryptocurrencies as an asset class, and it has been met with enthusiastic responses from prominent individuals in the sector, including Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, who has praised the action. The significance of this moment cannot be overstated, remarked the president. A new era for investing in cryptocurrency, the legalization of Bitcoin spot exchange traded funds, ETFs, which include prominent trusts, is poised to revolutionize the landscape of investing opportunities by avoiding the complexities and hazards that are involved with direct ownership of the cryptocurrency. These exchange-traded funds ETFs provide investors a more convenient way to obtain exposure to Bitcoin. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, expressed optimism that this new discovery would serve as a catalyst for more institutional investment and adoption of the cryptocurrency system. It is his expectation that the focus would change from speculative trading to more widespread applications of cryptocurrencies in the real world, which will further consolidate the cryptocurrency standing as a legitimate asset class. Following the debut of Bitcoin spot exchange traded funds, ETF Steve McClurg, co-founder of Valkyrie Funds, made a statement that hinted at the possibility of Ethereum and XRP exchange traded funds pre-vends. This information was revealed by you today. According to McClurg, the market is prepared to receive products of this kind. New records being broken. ETFs that have just been approved are participating in a BlackRock's domestic spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund where it has the potential to establish a new benchmark by generating an estimated $2 in assets on its first trading day. Estimates suggest that these funds might gather as much as $4 billion in assets on the very first day, and there's the possibility that they could acquire $50 billion within 2 years. It is anticipated that these funds would draw a significant amount of attention. This article was initially published on Quantpedia FinTech News. It was titled XRP ETFs will not be approved this year due to legal fight with SEC. It was written by a Bloomberg analyst. Earlier this week, James Sifart, an ETF analyst at Bloomberg, discussed the possible impact that Bitcoin exchange traded funds could have, as well as the methods that different issuers could use. Sifart observed that many exchange traded funds, ETFs, EFs, are coming up with a variety of strategies to attract investors. Some exchange-traded funds are designed to be more viral and meme-oriented, while others adopt a more conventional approach, targeting the older demographic that is commonly referred to as boomers. He spoke up about the significance of ticker symbols in an interview with Thinking Crypto. He suggested that some ETFs are created to be similar to memes. When asked about picking favorites among these exchange-traded funds, ETF, Sifart cautioned against doing so, stating that there is a risk that certain ETFs will be forced to close over the next 12 to 24 months. Regarding the active participants, he emphasized the relevance of collaborations with large financial organizations like as JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and Jane Street. He stated that the engagement of these institutions is a symbol of legitimacy and helps to the effectiveness and liquidity of the exchange-traded fund. CFSET emphasized that because to the nature of currency generation in ETF, they're unable to transfer existing Bitcoin into the ETFs. This was in response to the conjecture that arises around whether or not ETF registrants have already begun to accumulate Bitcoin. He believed that there would most certainly be a considerable amount of buying on the first few days of trade after the approval was given. On the subject of the possibility of Ethereum or XRP exchange-traded funds, FTFs, Sifart stated that Bitcoin and Ethereum stand out owing to the fact that there are already regulated futures markets. He expressed his skepticism over the possibility of XRP being approved in 2024, citing the ongoing legal obstacles. In my opinion, Bitcoin and Ethereum are in a class all by itself since they have the potential to be approved this year. I have been telling everyone that this is how I interpret the situation. I believe that the only remote option would be XRP, but I do not believe that this will occur this year unless the court matter is resolved in its entirety. At this very moment, they are still contesting this in court. It is not yet over. The Securities and Exchange Commission is waging a legal battle against Ripple. He stated, and also in the midst of regulatory uncertainty, Ripple Labs started a share repurchase that was valued at $285 billion, bringing the total value of the business to $11.03 billion. A cryptocurrency business known for its XRP, Ripple Labs, made an announcement on January 10 regarding the purchase of $285 worth of company shares from early investors and employees. This purchase brought the total value of the company to $11.03 billion. Investors are permitted to sell up to 6% of their stake through the tender offer. In a statement that confirmed the buyback, Ripple said that it intends to set aside $500 million for the repurchase. This amount will cover the conversion of restricted stock units into shares, as well as the taxes that are linked with the act, which will result in the company being valued at $11 billion, according to sources. In full 10th of January, 2024, you might also be interested in whales are watching ETH, NJ, and ROE talk of spot ETFs increases the value of XRP. According to statements made by CEO Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple intends to engage in regular share buybacks in order to improve liquidity for investors. However, the company does not have any imminent plans to go public in the United States, citing regulatory concerns as the reason. Over $1 billion in cash and over $25 billion in cryptocurrency, primarily XRP coins, are now held by the corporation. In light of Ripple's recent legal victory against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, Submission C, in which a United States district judge determined that XRP sales on public exchanges did not constitute unregistered securities offerings. This move comes as a result of that success. An indication that a possible entry into a bull market has occurred is when XRP has broken past important resistance levels. XRP has been able to overcome the challenges that were presented by the 50-day and 100-day exponential moving averages. This was made possible by a long-awaited increase of capital. Given that this breakthrough comes on the heels of the first major green candle that has been recorded since the beginning of the year, it paints a bright picture for investors and traders who have been anticipating a positive shift in market mood following the introduction of a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, FF, which has had a cascade effect on the value of other cryptocurrencies. The spike in the value of XRP is not a random occurrence. The newfound confidence of investors has contributed to the meteoric rise of Ethereum, which has reached a price of $2,500 USD. XRP's crossing of the 50 exponential moving average is a particularly noteworthy event on account of the fact that the 50-day exponential moving average is the primary indicator for evaluating changes in the local trend. This technical event is frequently regarded as a signal that the asset is getting ready for a protracted upward advance. Traders often use this level to signal the beginning of a bullish phase, so a decisive closure above it could attract more buying pressure. This level is typically used to confirm the commencement of said phase. If XRP continues to hold its position above the 50 exponential moving average, EMA, a growth scenario is becoming more possible. If the asset were to break above the 100 exponential moving average EMA, which is traditionally seen to be proof of longer-term market confidence, this scenario would be strengthened. As a result of the convergence of these technical indications, it appears that we may be on the verge of witnessing a substantial increase in the price of XRP.